We must be clear and not talk about fantasy. Therefore, the return of thousands or millions of refugees to Israel will not be a solution.
Hisham Abdelrazik is both the refugee and the Palestinian Minister of Prisoner Affairs. He spent 21 years in Israeli prisons.
I read the Torah more than 3 times. It was part of my desire for knowledge as a Palestinian. My land is occupied, and it is my duty to work to free my land. The Israelis, for their part, are protecting their country and their existence to the best of their beliefs.
We cannot turn back history. The wheel of history does not go in reverse.
Naturally, if both parties reach a final agreement, this will mean an end to future demands.
We would like to reach a place regarding the refugee question where the refugees would have no remaining claims.
I would say that we're talking about billions of dollars over an extended period. This problem is not going to be wrapped up very rapidly. You're probably looking at a commitment that could go on for something like 15 to 20 years. So you have to think about the infrastructure, you have to think about assisting families upgrading their housing, you have to think about assisting the state with schools and water and sewage and those sorts of things.
The refugees should live with a small dream, but nobody can remove the grand dream from their souls. But they must live with a small dream, because this is the possible dream, and the one that would allow for the possibility of life and living in peace for this generation and for future generations.
The music may have helped me to come out, not completely, to express myself and do many things like performing in concerts around the world and to communicate who I am and that I come from a refugee camp and that we Palestinians are like all other kids in the world, except we have limited means to do things.
الامكانيات اللي بنعيشها يعني مش محدد يعني ما فيش عندنا امكانيات انه نقدر نعمل شيء. حابب انه ان شاء الله يعني
I would like, God willing, to work on a project that will bring music to a large number of children in refugee camps in the West Bank and Gaza. When children have hope, they will think more about living. If there is no hope, children will pick up stones and throw them.
I don't see the process as centering on who is more just or who has been hurt more. I think what is really important is to teach the next generation. And I hope it happens among the Palestinians as well, to teach them how we can live together.
The Palestinian people have a great passion for life. As the poet Mahmoud Darwish said, we love life when we find the way.
Only a few kilometers from the refugee camp where Ramzi lives is located the settlement of Bet El, which is built on land Israel seized from Jordan in 1967. It is one of several hundred Jewish settlements and outposts on the West Bank and in Gaza.
We moved to Bet El 21 years ago. We returned to the land, taking it from whomever lived here for the past 100 years. I am here because I have to be here, because it says so in the Bible, because I have no other choice, and because history leads me to return to my land. For this, I could, God forbid, sacrifice my children's lives.
Emuna and Benny Elon live in Bet El. Benny is a rabbi and a former Israeli cabinet minister who leads a right-wing party. Emuna is a writer and a housewife.
This is our home. This is our land. We have returned to this land exactly as promised in the Bible. We never abandoned this land. We were exiled from it.
Ari Elon is Benny's brother. He is a teacher and scholar of ancient Jewish texts.
There is a significant connection between being Jewish and the Old Testament. But this doesn't give me any right to own the land, and surely it doesn't give me any right to drive away another people, the Palestinians.
This is not a theological, theoretical issue. It is a debate over life. I live here, and I have a brother who wants to uproot me from my home.
I think that oppressing another people and withholding their rights in order to maintain a larger piece of land is a crime.
This left-wing political stupidity causes us to feel weak, not to be connected to the Bible, not to be connected to tradition, not to be connected to the land.
I am not glad to divide my country, but I'm happy to behave as a grown person, knowing that one of the clear symptoms of growing up is to realize that not everything can be mine.
I am a sheriff with a tank and a rifle who defends the right of the people of Israel to return to the land of Israel. I don't have to be an underdog to be right.